Hi everyone, Deathclaw Girl here, and welcome to another one of my videos. I'm just seeing it's the top of the hour if the Fasnacht Parade has dropped. Before we do that, here's our sponsored video.
Nuka-Cola's out that thirst.
Cram it, keeps it, won't go bad. Day sugar bombs, explosive, great taste.
And we'll be kind of checking out the layout of the event. We're giving you highlights, locations, just running around, hopefully giving you hints and tips for the event. And of course, this is where you get those Fasnacht masks, besides the ones from the Atomic Shop, but the rare glowing ones. I don't think I've ever seen a glowing one in the Atomic Shop. So if you ever seen any of the variants that are glowing, this is how you get it, is to participate in the event. And hopefully, alright, so let me see if I can join a team. Yep, the Fasnacht has dropped. See if there's any teams out there with ring. Quite a few of them. I'll just join this first one and then head over. Yep, 16 people already there. I'm a little late coming in. Let's see what time it is. It's already 5 minutes out after the top of the hour. So these will be dropping on the hour, every hour. And I believe this is a 2-week event. Comes out once or twice a year. Fun to participate in. Usually takes anywhere from 8 minutes from the top of the hour to about quarter after, depending on how many people might have already stocked up on certain things. I think it's called Critter Bits or Squirrel. I'm not sure what it is. It might be intestines. I can't remember in this event, but we'll be looking at it. You can actually throw them on your person and either use Good with Salt perk card. That person's going nowhere fast. But let me just walk you around the event real quick. So from the fast travel point, you come way down here. This is where you can either look to see if anyone is dropping anything they don't want. This is also where you can throw any of your masks that you're accumulating too many of for other people. That is the church. Inside you'll find Scorch. But right up here, let me show you inside here, you will find one of the robots. This is the candlestick maker. He's not here currently, but if you ever happen to find the robots, which you always do, make them head out to the parade. That's the one location. Parade has started. Oh, let me show you this. These are steins. It's one of the things that you might need to collect and deposit. We'll be going over that later. First up, down here is where the Radtoads will be attacking the parade goers. Now you only have to defend the robots. Radtoads come in from way back there, over that way, over in there. They even will come up from this riverbed and come into this area, and you just got to take them all. With this many people, you're not going to have to worry about it. They also will come into this area where the sound stage is, where the instruments. There's one. Now sometimes it glitches out at least lately. We'll see how the July 2025 / August 2025 event goes, but as you can see, there was only one Radtoad. Technically, yep, and we're done. I don't know if they just took out a bunch of them, but yeah, I don't see any. So the next thing we're going to be doing is defending the parade robots against super mutants. I usually come up here to this house. I like a little sniper perch. You can see almost the entire area. The parade robots are going to come up and through here and kind of stand here. with this many people, they most likely will just stand in that area. If you're soloing, they'd love to basically run away from you and go off into different areas. So this is probably the more difficult position for soloing because they do tend to go after the super mutants. What I'm doing now is taking care of some of the squirrels for the Fasnacht so they're out of the way. So you're not locking on them instead of the super mutants. And let's see. They're there about now, so the super mutants should be... What? Oh, here they are. What I'm not hearing is the music has like a wah wah, a little countdown, and then it usually lets you know. I found, what was that, one? Oh no, I hear another. These are the suicide bombers. They have that bomb ticking down sound. Otherwise, it's super mutants and mutant hounds. Again, I'm not hearing a lot of shooting either. So it looks like this event might be quite short of the enemy grouping. Which, good for you, especially if you're soloing, or it could just be glitched out for this particular server. And yeah, they're done. Here we go. So basically the premise is just to follow them around. Let me see if I see a flamer. Sometimes you'll see, is that one? Yes. That flamer guy will have a card called Friendly Fire, and you can actually heal the robots if they take any damage, if there's any enemies to take damage from. And that's what he's doing. He's just possibly just sticking with them, and yeah, just keeping their health up. Very, very important if you are soloing and there is actually enemies to take care of, besides the one Radtoad and the two, yeah, super mutant suiciders, if I said that word right. Right now, we're going to be protecting the robots again. They're going to go up to about there. So that house over there's roof is a good spot. Also, he's in a good spot. Right there's not too bad, only if the main boss shows up on that side. But it does hide the actual area where the robots are. If you're soloing, yeah, I would just stick with them and maybe have that flamer. A chainsaw also works, but the flamer gives you a little bit more. There he is. And they're going to be different ones. This one is a behemoth. And now I'm going to focus, see if there's any... yeah. I don't see any of the actual critters. Wolves, stingwings, trying to remember what other critters actually come through here and go to attack all the different robots. They have changed the reward system. I think it only has to have one robot survive. I don't know if you get better if they all survive, but yeah. If you do public worlds, you're going to do pretty good because just so many people show up. And once this is done, I'm going to go around and try to tell you where everything is located. The final step is, oh, there it goes, is they're going to have you light that, which is just an action button. I'll get rid of my weapon and see if I got a decent mask or not. Last year, let's see, Jester. Okay, Jester is one of the easiest and very, very common masks. Again, anything that says glowing, don't ever sell it. That is very, very rare. There are other types of masks that are also rare. The gray Deathclaw mask. You can see I have the red one. This is an Atomic Shop purchase. It might have been from the original Fasnacht or the second one that hit the Atomic Shop. But there's a gray one. It's actually rare. And then, of course, the glowing Deathclaw mask, ultra rare. Alright, let me go around. So, as I was saying before, you can collect these steins, but up... Oh, he's got a violin and a trumpet. I never noticed before. And a conductor wand? Is that new? Or I've just never noticed. I don't know. Let's see what this is. Whew. I always traded in for the legendary script. But as I was saying, one of the things, but not always, because they will have random events that you complete. One of them is to collect all these steins in here. So you have this building right here. One of the things you do is go around to these boxes and just hit the action button. What you're doing is you're decorating. It will ask you which one you would like to put out. I usually just put the first one because it's the top and I can move on. And I think it's just 4 boxes. Let me look around again. Of note, there are more steins in here if you're still collecting steins. And of course, there is a weapon duffel bag. Sorry. Oop, improved bait. Cooler. I did notice the bait was part of the rewards for this. Alright, so let's go out. So in that building, if they want you to decorate, if in the upper right hand corner it says help out with decoration, they want you to go in this building. Also, one of the robots is in here. Next door, you have this cooler, and currently it won't let me interact with it, but it's either in, I forget what it is, you're collecting in, let me go see if I can find a score. I took out quite a few of them. And like I said, you can, here we go. I think it is intestines. So you can hang on to these intestines. Either use your good with salt. It's in the luck area. So basically it prolongs the life of any of food that's on you, including intestines. So it definitely would last to the second one. But if you're wanting to collect for a solo mission, I would suggest just throwing it in the freezer if you have it. Otherwise, the good with salt card is the next best. This room also might have one of the robots that you're looking for, so always check in here. And all you do is interact with the robot, and then he'll leave. I think if he's there, then once he leaves, it activates his event. So one more time, I already covered it. One of the robots is in here. So once you interact with him and he leaves, the collect wax event will trigger. I'll show you in a little bit where you go for that one. So if you notice that they're wanting you to play instruments, the stage is the only place that counts, I believe. So you can just come up here and sit in one of these 3 spots. If they're covered, don't worry about it, move on. There is another stein up here. Over in this building, you're going to go to the back, and possibly it will be one of the robots that you need to interact with. There's also sugar in here. And if he is here, and you interact with, this event is collecting Radtoad eggs and then bringing them back to this container and depositing them. If that event does trigger, oh look, a balloon. You just go down into this river. It will be like little bunches of the eggs just on the side. So I usually just run down the middle. I don't see them right now. And they'll just be in little nest clusters, and you interact with it. It's either like 10, 15, or 20 altogether that you have to collect. But you can also hold on to those, again, with the good with salt perk card, and it would definitely survive a couple events, I believe. I'm not sure, 90% less spoilage, so I'm not sure how many hours that is. But again, the freezer is still the best place if you have the room in your stash box. And you do have a freezer. Alright, moving on. So across the bridge, there's a possible another location for a robot. He'll be back here. If he is here and someone or you have interacted with him and he's going to join the parade, then you can collect... Actually, no. What is he? The candlestick maker. You can collect the beeswax here for the candlestick maker, which I showed you earlier, his location. I don't remember what the robot in this location is. I don't think he's... Yeah. Oh, I know. If he is here, then the Honey Beast event will trigger. Honey Beast will show up generally in this area around these two buildings. They're going to start attacking, and you're just to take them out. It's a very simple event for that one, if the robot here is one of the robots. I don't think all the robots participate, so that's why the events sometimes are different. And one more time, that stage is another location to look for a robot, because if he is there, then the music portion of the event will trigger once you interact or someone interacts with him to join the parade. Alright, let's see, over here is another location for a robot. I think he's just generally right here. Where's that? Oh, how pretty, it's like gold trim. And a seat. This is a location for like the Abe hat and suit, if you've been wanting to look for it. They're just usually in these cases, but during the event they got knocked out onto the floor. I believe you bring the... Oh, here's another hat. Civil War era is what they're called. You bring the Steins in here. I believe this is the location for the Steins, and I'm not sure where you're supposed to put them. I don't actually remember, unless it's just this. If I'm wrong, correct me, because I don't remember everything that's supposed to be done, or the locations, but I'm pretty sure this is where you drop off the Steins if it's one of the events you have to do. Of course, he has to be triggered for that Stein event to trigger. I think if there's anything else... Nope, so I believe it is intestines that you collect. So that's the very first part of Fasnacht. Very simple, especially if there's a boatload of you. And again, one more time, if you're wanting to like donate stuff, here they donated some plans. And the squirrels in general and rabbits and such are going to be in the back area, but quite a few of them do hang out in this front area. The Steins, I don't know that they respawn very quickly, so if you collect them, try not to throw them away in case you do need them later, because I don't know if they'll be in the locations that you were at. If you have to collect them again. So this is the parade route. The robots will just gather right here once all of them have been interacted with and told to go and get in the parade. And once they all show up here, the route actually is just exactly like this. You run down the road. They stop right here. You protect them from Radtoads, which was just one. Let me see if there's any bodies over here. Yeah, I didn't see any. So maybe you'll luck out and it won't be very many. But I have been in some events where there's a boatload. But I believe it was last year they made the events very, very easy. So one more time, they can come up from this direction, over from this field area, and across, of course across from the bridge because they'll come up from the river. Once you've cleared the toads, parade robots will continue on. You don't have to tell them what to do, they just automatically do it. And their next route is just to come this way. And then over to about this location here. And they stop, and then you defend them again. If you're soloing, I've had them go off into these houses, separate. Some of them go over here and then over here. So they are hard to protect if there's a lot of enemies. I guess the best thing to do is try to take out the super mutants as quickly as possible. And the robots, what they're doing is they're chasing after the super mutants because they have to get quite close to use their weapon on them. And just be aware, if you have a flamer or a flaming chainsaw, make sure you get that friendly fire card, which I think I wish. Oops, no, a little too fast. It is under, yeah, Charisma. This is it. So as long as your weapon has a flame, and you notice there is flame damage, I'll show you on Flamer. So I have a Holy Fire. You can see anything that has the little flames next to it does mean it deals fire damage. So as long as it deals fire damage, it will slowly heal any of the robots, or like if you're doing a different event where you're protecting the humans, it will slowly heal them. The higher your perk card, of course, the faster it works. You can see someone slotted. I'm sharing one, not me. I'm sharing one with someone that has one. All right. Then the next spot, you just follow this path, and we'll come up to here, and you will defend them one more time. There's always a boss. You saw the last time was a behemoth. It can be a shack squash or a mega sloth. I think are the 3 rotating bosses in this area. A while back, they're no longer 3-star or 2-star. They're always just, I believe, a 1-star. So you can only get a 1-star weapon off of them or armor. But I believe your rewards are going to be like a 3-star something or another. Alright. So that should basically cover everything. So if you're soloing, try to, yeah, I would come here early just to kind of run. Let's see if they're here yet. They did. The robots already dispersed. I don't think they go to their location yet. So until the event starts, you won't see them. So you see the candlestick maker is not in there. The party guy, he's not in here. The guy who's over the intestines. I'm just doing this one more time so you can see it in line where they are located. The guy with the intestines is not there. Oh, he's got one. He's got a glowing turkey mask. Did you see that? This is where the instrument guy robot will be located. In this building, back in this room, the Radtoad egg guy. I usually just go out the back. You have marsupial or jetpack. Go into this next building where the bee guy is, which will initiate the. I just lost the name. Okay, yes, I was up too late. Let's see, bee. Isn't that horrible? And then the final guy will be back here if he's here. So these are the locations you have to check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 locations, but I believe there's only 5 robots. So 5 out of these 7 locations will have a robot. There also is a, let me grab the intestines, counter that lets you know how many of the 5 has been found. It'll also be in the upper right hand corner as the event goes by. Yeah, I got here a little late. They were already more than halfway through. Alright, that's it for a quick cover on the Fasnacht Parade and what all you're doing. It's very easy to participate. Basically don't even have to do anything if you don't want to, just because so many people do show up. If you found this quick basic guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Deathclaw Girl out. Happy gaming. Happy mask collecting. Oh, I started earlier. I have never, ever collected a glowing mask until last year. So since the start of Fasnacht, I have not. Then last year I got 3 of them. So they are very, very rare, hard to get. But yeah, just hang in there. Don't give up. Eventually, maybe. No guarantees you will get one.